Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new on my channel, then welcome. In today's video, I am going to share with you some of my favorite drugstore products at the moment. I have actually done a drugstore favorites video already on my channel, but it's been a while. It's a very old one by now, so I thought it's time to tell you about the new stuff that I'm loving at the moment. I mean, it's not like necessarily the newest at the drugstore right now, but it's just there has been some changes in the products that I'm talking about versus the ones that I was talking about in my last video. Now, I do want to say that all the products that I was talking about in my old drugstore favorites video, I still very much enjoy them. So simply for the sake of not repeating the things that I have already talked about, I'm going to skip on those. But if you haven't seen my previous drugstore favorites video, then I will link it down below in the description box as always. So let's just dive into this and see what we have. So let's go in like a somewhat logical order. There are two drugstore primers that I very much enjoy at the moment, and they are, well, I don't know, it might not be a surprise. I'm thinking it's not a surprise, but I really like the Catrice Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. The reason why I like this primer so much is that I feel that it smooths out my skin very nicely and it fills in my pores, and it is not too drying on me, even though it's supposed to be mattifying and pore refining. And I don't really have issues with that because I have normal to dry skin, but it fills in the pores and it smooths out my skin without drying or mattifying it overly. And it's also very affordable, and I in general love Catrice's products very much. So, well, most of them, a lot of them, yeah, is good. And the other primer which I very much enjoy but I do not apply on my whole face is the L'Oreal Infallible Luminizing Primer. This I only use on the high points of my cheeks and on the tip of the nose and the bridge of the nose and above my eyebrows and on my chin a bit, because this is really metallic. I like that this is so smooth and that it sinks into the skin like almost immediately. It's not like chunky or greasy or anything like that. It just sinks into the skin and it gives you this beautiful dewy glow. I am actually wearing it underneath my makeup at the moment as well on the high points, as I already said, and I'm wearing the Catrice Prime and Fine in my T-zone. I like these. Now, I could not do my makeup without this little thing. It is the Catrice Camouflage Cream Concealer in the Wake Up Effect. If you have been following me for a while and if you've been keeping up with my videos intently, then this should be nothing new to you. As you can see, I have hit pan because, yeah, I use this every single time I apply makeup. This thing is like my best friend because it covers up the darkness underneath my eyes. If you haven't tried this yet and you too are suffering from dark under eyes, then just give it a try, because I love this thing. We are moving on to foundation. I'm first going to talk about the foundation that I'm wearing on my face at the moment, and it is the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation, and I have actually two shades mixed together because the color selection that we have available here in Estonia is not the best. I think it's like 4 colors or 5 colors that we have available out of the whole collection. So yeah, I have to mix these two together, golden beige and soft ivory, and I just mix those two, and that's how I get something similar to my skin tone. I know that some people absolutely despise this foundation, and then there are those who love it, and I am one of those people who really like this foundation. It does look a tiny bit drying when I first apply it, and it also can cling onto like dry areas on the face if you have any, but I usually apply a crap ton of MAC Fix Plus on my face and some setting sprays and all that kind of stuff when I finish my makeup anyway, so I usually get rid of that, and that works for me. I like that the Wet n Wild foundations have a lot of coverage and that they also dry down and sink into the skin very quickly. Giving you a fair warning that if you haven't tried this and you're thinking about it and you maybe have also got like a lot of skin issues, or your skin is like really dry, then this foundation might not do you any favors. But again, because it's affordable, you might want to give it a try and see for yourself. I like them. When the Photofocus foundation is more so like a drying foundation, then we're going to the other end of the spectrum. And yeah, I have to mention this. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. It has a gorgeous glowy, dewy, radiant finish, and if you are again someone who has normal to dry skin, then you will probably really like this. If you're someone who has combination or oily skin, I don't know how much you would enjoy making your face even more dewy or glowy, but you know, who knows, maybe you do. In a lot of cases, I do like to apply some illuminizing primer underneath my foundation, but with this I don't have to, because this is illuminizing as it is. It's beautiful, and as I said, if you are someone who has normal to dry skin, or you just enjoy a very, very glowy and dewy look, then I think you will really, really like this. I mean, you know guys, I'm talking about drugstore products that are my favorite, and I could not go through this video without mentioning this foundation. I mean, I know that you guys know what I'm talking about, so this is just an honorable mention. I'm not going to talk about it for long. I'm not going to say anything about it, because you already know that it's my holy grail foundation. Nothing has beaten it to this day, and it is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Still my favorite, still love it above everything and anything else. Yeah, it's the best. Finishing with the face products, I'm again going to just quickly breeze over this product, because you guys have already heard me talk about this so many times, and I don't want to talk you to death about this. But I mean, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, you guys know, you know how much I like this bronzer, because I haven't used anything else in my tutorials, or even if you check just the makeup that I'm wearing on other videos that I'm not doing my makeup, you can see that I don't use any other bronzer besides this one. It is the best. It's the best of the best. That's all I can say. It's the best. Did I forget to say it's the best? It's the best. I have said this on my channel before. I really hate doing my brows. It is the least favorite part of my makeup routine, but without the eyebrows, the whole makeup would be ruined. It would be weird. So it's like, I don't know, it's like a love-hate relationship. My brow routine has been the same for at least like half a year, I believe. It's the Catrice Slimmatic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil and the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this and I'm not showing you the Slimmatic brow pencil is because brow pencils, yes, they're great, blah, blah, but I don't really, I mean, as I said, I don't like doing my brows, so I just like, it's a necessity, I get it done and that's it. But I feel like this is truly something that I need to talk about, because this has saved me in so many cases where I'm just way too lazy to do my brows properly. I don't feel like grabbing a pencil and start defining them and all that kind of thing. When I don't feel like doing that, but I still don't want to go out of the house looking like I don't have any brows on, I always just apply this, because this has tiny little fibers in it, so it just fills in the brows, gives it some kind of color and some kind of definition. I'm lazy when it comes to my brows, and this has saved my behind. Catrice Lip Foundation Pencils. These are actually very, very recent to my collection. I think I discovered them maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and as you can see, they all look very, very similar. This one and this one almost look identical, but this one is slightly lighter and a bit more peachy, and this one is more mauvey, and then this one is like a brownie nude. These are the creamiest lip pencils that I have ever tried. Even if you don't put anything on top, any lipstick or any lip gloss, they look beautiful on their own as well, and they don't dry out the lips. I am crazy about these, and if you haven't tried them, then I don't know what you're waiting for, because just try them. They're really good. And the other lip products that I'm mentioning are probably, they are like, I think they are my favorite at the moment. All I am reaching for lately have been these two, and they are the NYX Butter Glosses. Mine are in the shade Fortune Cookie and a Creme Brulee. I'm wearing a combo on my lips at the moment. I'm wearing the Catrice Lip Foundation Pencils in the shades Can't You Hear, That Super Base, and I Take You to the Chocolate Shop. I mixed those two together, the brownie one and the peachy one, and then I went over top of that with the Fortune Cookie. lip gloss. They just make the lips nice and juicy, and if I don't feel like putting anything else on, then you know, this is like the easiest thing to chuck on the lips, and they are not drying. I mean, because it's a lip gloss, but it's not a sticky lip gloss, and they smell divine. And did I miss something? Oh, and yeah, because these are also, well, this is more like a pinky one, and this is like a proper nude. They go with pretty much every single eye look or makeup that I do. The NYX Butter Glosses are my ultimate favorite products from NYX. I don't think that I love anything else that NYX makes more than the Butter Glosses. Last but not the least, we couldn't finish a makeup without setting spray. I mean, we could, but I normally don't want to. The two finishing sprays that I'm wearing on my face at the moment are the NYX Dewy Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray and the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I love both of them. The NYX one is so good if you really want to create that dewy, glowy, radiant kind of look. For instance, if you have applied a very matte looking foundation, or you are, you know, maybe you applied powder too heavily, or you've kind of lost that radiance in your face, then this will definitely give this back to the look. But because I feel that this is quite dewy, if I already have like a dewy primer underneath and a dewy foundation and maybe a lot of highlighter as well, then I tend not to use this, because if I do, then I might go a bit overboard with the dewiness. And then the Milani one, I love the mist on this thing. I mean, let me show you. Did you see that? I hope you saw that. Oh my god. And it does really make my makeup last a bit longer, so I love this. And these were currently my drugstore favorites. I hope that you guys found some useful information, or that maybe you just got some ideas that, you know, on some of the products that you would like to try as well. And as always, reading your comments makes me so happy. So if you guys like any of the products that I talked about in this video, or if maybe you have your own drugstore favorites that I didn't mention in the video, then feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! The reason why I like this primer so much is because, oh my god, could I get past the first product? Okay. This is a great primer for... And the other primer that I love to use underneath my makeup, why was that necessary? Then I have... These are actually a very recent find of mine, and these are actually, now the products that I'm going to talk about now,